Good evening, Alexander Marks with the Nevada State Education Association. At a time when the biggest plot twist in our state budget is that education funding is only increasing by $2, and a looming federal budget crisis threatens to cut hundreds of millions from our education programs, Carson City is somehow entertaining another Hollywood handout. If you think over $1 billion to Hollywood will solve any of those issues, especially when the economic analysis is so far out of line with the ROI on the Assembly bill, you're already living in la-la land. Nevada education needs the blockbuster budget. Hollywood doesn't need to use Nevada's budget for its blockbusters. But let's talk box office numbers. Yesterday was a 4-hour epic, no intermission, starring the Commission on School Funding, once again delivering the same plot we've heard numerous times. Nevada is $4,000 behind the national average in education funding. Worse, the Commission's plan for optimal funding has been rejected by the governor, turning Nevada public education into a low-budget drama with a cliffhanger every 2 years. If this were a film, perhaps it'd be called Waste Side Story or The Fast and the Frivolous. Either way, Nevada is in desperate need of a rewrite when it comes to public money. We prefer the film Schools Over Studios. That does not have to be a fantasy film. But let's talk slashers. No, I'm not talking Chucky. I'm talking way scarier. Unelected billionaires gutting programs that help our students and families. Let's see what's on this political theater. Title I slashed, IDEA slashed, Pell Grant slashed, school meals slashed. Losing this kind of federal support would deepen every crisis already crippling our public schools. Massive class sizes, high teacher vacancies, and chronic underfunding worthy of its own disaster movie. The Motion Picture Association's not here, so I'll provide a rating for the public. Senate Bill 220 rated F for failing priorities, including a poor use of our public money, while Nevada ranks 48th in the nation with the largest class sizes and higher educator vacancies. We've heard the same hopes and dreams about the stadium, and I mean the first publicly funded stadium we bought for a billionaire. Let's shelf this script. Let's ensure Nevada education gets more than a brief cameo. Let's put schools over studios and write our own movie. Lights, camera, pass the plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Brian Wallace of the Nevada State Education Association and teacher here in Carson City. We represent the Nevada educators for over 125 years in all 17 counties, and we believe in schools over studios. We oppose SB220, which hands over $1 billion in state public tax dollars to Hollywood and not to our chronically underfunded schools. Very little of what was presented today can materialize without optimal investment in our students first. NSEA and its members engaged yesterday in both the K-12 Budget Subcommittee and the Education Accountability Subcommittee to sound the alarm over the governor's proposed $2 per student budget. NSEA's members called on the governor and this legislature to pass the plan of the Commission on School Funding. The plan would allow Nevada to reach optimal educational funding. After years of work, the Commission identified optimal funding and proposed a revenue path to reach that level by 2035. A film tax credit giveaway is not part of that plan. That is because Commission Chair Guy Hobbs knows better than anyone that these tax credits do not generate tax revenue for the state and will not help our schools, our students, Northern Nevada, or our rural communities. In fact, Hobbs authored the Economic Impact Report for AB 238, which is the sister bill to SB 220. While any billion-dollar subsidy could have or would have a significant impact, Hobbs found that it would have a net cost to the state. That is a net loss to the state. That is a loss for our students, and it is a loss that we cannot afford at this time. Even with record increases made to educational funding, Nevada continues trailing the national average by over $4,000 per pupil. Last May, 1,000 educators, educational support staff, and our allies rallied with umbrellas in hand outside this very building, pleading for more consideration for our public school students. Instead of doing more, SB 1 was passed for the billionaire and his stadium. We urge the Nevada legislature to reject both bills and continue the work from the last session by fully investing on our students. The Nevada legislature must consider the revenue proposals by your own Commission on School Funding. Please pass the plan for our students, our schools, and our communities. Thank you.